Sold out Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton. The fans there looking for their third Stanley Cup in 4 years. The goaltenders, rookie Ron Hextall, number 27 of Philadelphia. On the other end of the ice, veteran Grant Fuhr for the Edmonton Oilers, wearing number 31. Who better to start off these scoring festivities in the Stanley Cup Finals than the man most associated with that column, number 99, Wayne Gretzky. This goal ignited the Oilers and their fans. Edmonton wins Game 1 by a score of 4-2. Game 2, everyone thought would be closer, and it was. Philadelphia led 2-1 in the third period, but here comes Glenn Anderson. 1-on-3, and he scores to tie the game late in regulation time and send it to the extra period. And 6.5 minutes in overtime, Wayne Gretzky with all day to set up. Hits Coffey in the slot to Yari Curry, who scores, sweeping the puck past Ron Hextall. And the Oilers were on their way to Philadelphia, leading the series 2-0. But Game 3 was in the Spectrum in South Philly, and the Flyers were confident even though they trailed in this game 3-0. But with the score tied at 3, this goal by defenseman Brad McCrimmon sends Philadelphia's fans into a frenzy. The Flyers led the game and went on to win it, and with that victory at the Spectrum, climbed back into the series. They still trailed the mighty Oilers, but now they could see some light at the end of the tunnel. It was a 2-1 series. If only Philadelphia could tie it up in Game 4. But Wayne Gretzky had other ideas. He dominated this game better than any other game in this series. Here he hits Kevin Lowe on the backhand with a perfect pass on a shorthanded situation. Edmonton won Game 4 easily in Philadelphia. They led the series 3-1. Surely Game 5 would be the crusher for Philadelphia. But somebody forgot to tell number 22, Rick Tocchet. Look at Tocchet set up very calmly in front of Grant Fuhr in the third period, and this goal capped a 3-goal Philadelphia comeback. Tonight, we're back in the sold-out Spectrum for Game 6, a game many people thought would never come. It's next on ESPN. Exemption, Edmonton always seems to score the first goal. But can they hang on, or do they blow a lead to Philadelphia? That we must wait and see again. Let's go upstairs to Mike Emmerich and Bill Clement.
Tom, the wonderful thing about this series, the net measures 4 by 6 feet. The puck is just 1 inch by 3, and the two guys in front of it have just been superb.
They've been brilliant, and you know, we keep waiting for one of the goalies to buckle. I'm not sure it's going to happen. Ron Hextall has been brilliant, and I think his captain, Dave Poulin, said it best. He said, when Ron makes the big save, he always hangs in there, and when he hangs in there, we hang in there in front of him. That's why the Flyers have been in every game, because of Ron Hextall.
Well, you talk about differences in personalities. You have the fire and the unpredictability of Hextall and the quiet confidence of Grant Fuhr.
You know, Mike, I was sitting today looking at some stats with a friend, and the friend said, gee, Grant Fuhr didn't have much of a year, and that's the point I've been trying to make all playoffs, is that because the Oilers play an offensive style, Fuhr's stats aren't great. Finally, the spotlight of the playoffs is showing everybody that Grant Fuhr is one of the 3 best goalies in the entire world. He's been splendid.
It's probably a good thing, but a couple nights ago, this guy put all of the stats in this series on a barge and floated them out to sea. He says they don't mean anything. There's only one left. 3 games for the Oilers, 2 games for Philadelphia. An unpredictability factor existing here at the start, Tom.
Well, Mike and Bill, as you may expect, the Flyer faithful think it's a foregone conclusion, but one of the Flyer assistants, Paul Holmgren, told me the Flyers will play with a little bit of fear in their hearts tonight, while the Oilers are and supremely confident they can win the Stanley Cup. We'll have the national anthems in a moment.
The deep concentration of Hextall. You saw the anxiousness of Paul Coffey, and now you see the 3 men in charge. Dave Newell, the referee, Bob Hodges, and John D'Amico, the linesman. Off-ice officials tonight are from Toronto. The backup is Andy Van Helleman.
There's Grant Fuhr, and I don't know how we can see anything but just a wild pace in the early going. The Flyers like to grind it down a bit, but not in the first 5 minutes of their home game here in Game 6. So Grant Fuhr will see a lot of white and orange, and at the other end, you know that Wayne Gretzky is an angry